Alleluia, 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 alleluia. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. And the Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
The disciples of Jesus recounted what had taken place along the way and how they had come to recognize him in the breaking of the bread. While they were still speaking about this, he stood in their midst and said to them, "Peace be with you." But they were startled and terrified and thought they were seeing a ghost. Then he said to them, "Why are you troubled? Why do questions arise in your hearts? Look at my hands and my feet, that it is I, myself. Touch me and see, because a ghost does not have flesh and bones, as you can see I have." And as he said this, he showed them his hands and his feet. And while they were still incredulous for joy and were amazed, he asked them, "Have you anything here to eat?" They gave him a piece of baked fish, and he took it and ate it in front of them. He said to them, "These are my words that I spoke to you while I was still with you, that everything written about me in the law of Moses and in the prophets and Psalms must be fulfilled." Then he opened their minds to understand the scriptures, and he said to them, "Thus it is written that the Christ would suffer and rise from the dead on the third day, and that repentance for the forgiveness of sins would be preached in his name to all the nations, beginning from Jerusalem. You are witnesses of all these things." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Well, all of the resurrection accounts are really, for us, meant to give us hope and also to let us know, at least glimpse, the resurrection in our own lives. I'm often struck when I read an account, and you can imagine the disciples telling the Emmaus story, because that's what was happening, and they're excited that we've seen him, and we saw him in the breaking of the bread, and as they're speaking, the ones around them are probably saying, "These guys lost it on the way to Emmaus." And Jesus simply says, as he appears in their midst, "Peace be with you." And the kind of peace he's offering is the peace of the resurrection, the peace of that which has defeated death. And so allowing that peace of the resurrection to touch our lives in the end as followers, his followers, is really the center and the key of this. And so he asks us, why are you troubled? Why do you have these questions in your mind? The resurrection's already happened. It's done. The victory's won. So as we break the bread together, let's celebrate the resurrection and let the Lord's peace truly touch us.